Hey everybody, this is Coach Henry coming to you from beautiful Georgetown, Texas, here in room 122. Hope you're having a great evening, probably, or early morning if you're putting this off. Gonna jump into 8.1, adding and subtracting polynomials. All right, so got some vocabulary. Don't worry, we're gonna get to all of that here in a second. All right, so we're talking about polynomials. Poly meaning more than one. All right, we've had monomials before. Remember, a monomial is just anything. It can't have a variable in the denominator, that kind of thing. So you see these expressions we have right here. And look at A, 6x minus 4. So is that a polynomial? Yes. It's two different monomials, okay, in the same sentence right there. So two of them means it's a binomial. All right, let's look at the next example. We have three different things right there, so, with addition or subtraction signs between them. So yeah, that's going to be it's going to be a polynomial, and that's going to be a trinomial. There are three different parts of it. Now on C, the part that makes this not a monomial is because 5d to the fourth, you have a variable in the denominator, so it's not going to be a monomial or a polynomial at all. Okay, and then D, of course it is. It's one term, so it's a monomial. So the prefixes you need to know are mono, bi, tri, or poly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, or more than that. Okay, so lots of checking your progress questions. I'm going to go through them pretty quick today. Looking at this, is it a monomial, binomial, trinomial? Well, there are three different terms in this sentence, and they're separated by addition or subtraction signs. So yeah, that's going to be a trinomial right there. Looking at this, is it a polynomial? Well, this gives us problems right here, this negative exponent, meaning the b would go down on the denominator right there. So no, it's not a polynomial when you look at the whole thing together. All right, is this a polynomial? Yeah, it's going to be a binomial. There are two different terms right there. And then this right here, one number by itself, yeah, it's a monomial. So there you go. Now we're going to talk about how to write this. When we're talking about polynomials, you've got to look at the degree. We've talked about this a little bit in class before, but degree just means the exponents, all right? So right here, this degree, 9x squared, that's going to be a degree of 2. It's got it right there. 3x to the 6th, that's a 6th degree. 4x, remember if you can't see one, the 1 is understood right there. And you're going to rewrite this in descending order. So you're going to start the biggest and then go to the smallest. So 3x to the 6th, 9x squared minus 4x. Leading coefficient means what is attached to the leading term right there, the number out in front of the variable, and it's 3. Okay, so we look at this thing right here, and we're going to write it in standard form. Well, looking, 12 has a degree of 0. If you considered like 12x0 or y0, that would just be 1, okay? That's why they say it has a degree of 0. Anytime a number is by itself, the degree is going to be 0. 5y is 1, xy, well, the x is 1, the y is 1, so that's 2, xy squared. You add those together, and it's 3. So you write them like that. Leading coefficient is 8. All right, so looking at this, write it in standard form. Work smarter, not harder. I look at this, and the first thing I see is a 7 right here. All right, and that's a pretty high degree. So anything beat a 7? Nope. It's got to be a 7 in front, so it's either A or D. Next biggest number is going to be a 4 right there. Looks like A is the winner right there. Okay. Identify the leading coefficient when all of this is written in standard form. Well, we've got a 4 right here, 3 plus the 1. So it looks like it's going to be 8. All right. Adding polynomials. This goes to our adding like terms, where you've got to have two things, same variable, same exponent. So I'm looking y squared here, y squared there. So I could draw a line going from both of those things like this. All right, there to there, there to there, there to there. And I just did that to get it out of the way. So 7 plus 5, let me get back to this right here. There we go. All right. Horizontally, you just add up the same ones. They just put it in different colors. Group them together, right like that. Okay, I think they missed a bracket right there. Yeah, 2y, negative 4y. Yeah. So there you go. Vertically, you can combine the like terms this way. Just make sure that you're putting them in the right order under the like terms. And there you go. 12y squared minus 2y minus 1. Okay, nothing difficult about this. So I'm looking right here, 4x squared plus negative 7x squared. That should give me negative 3x squared. All right, looking at it there. Okay, and then vertical method, kind of the same thing, just lining them up and going vertically right there. All right, check your progress on here. I'll give you a second to answer. All right, answer's A. 3x squared minus 5x squared, negative 2x squared. Looking at that one, I guess it's B. Gave you that answer for free. Okay, so what if there's a negative sign right here? Negative sign is going to change the sign of everything inside the next parenthesis that it's attached to. Remember, that's like a negative 1 multiplying by everything there. So when I combine things, I'm looking here, horizontal, blah, blah, blah. You can see they changed the sign on everything in there and then put a plus sign there. All right, which is perfectly acceptable. Now you're looking at your like terms, an 8y to the fourth, a negative 9y to the fourth. That should be a negative y to the fourth. There you go. Okay, and again, vertical method, same kind of thing. They just put the minus sign out there, so it's like 8y to the fourth minus 9y to the fourth. Whichever way works for you guys. I don't really care. I don't do it this way. I do it the other way just because I think this is a lot more work than just drawing the little lines like I do. So there you go. All right. Let's see. I'm going to skip through this one. More and more practice. You can go through this if you'd like. Okay. Lots of slides today. All right. Vertical method. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. All right. Let you check your progress on that. Work that one out. All right. There you go. Answer was B. All right. Go back to it real quick. 3x or negative x to the fourth minus negative 2x to the fourth. Well, that means plus 2x to the fourth. So negative 1 plus 2, positive 1 right there. Okay. Same thing here. Okay. Answer C. All right, so we get into some real world. We're going to do lots of problems like this in class. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to go through a little bit, put some stuff up there for you. And that's about it. This is really the basic stuff. Like I said, guys, in class, Chapter 8 is really long. We're going to split it into 2 different parts, which will make your test much, much, much easier. But you cannot get behind in Chapter 8. All right? That's it. Have a good evening. We'll see you in class tomorrow.